Markets opened on a muted positive note on Monday, with the Sensex gaining 23.34 points to trade at 85,255.26, while the Nifty edged up 6.50 points to 26,074.65 in early trade. The Sensex, which closed at 85,231.92 on Friday, opened at 85,320.04, while the Nifty moved from its previous close of 26,068.15 to open at 26,122.80. Information technology stocks led the gainers, with Tech Mahindra surging 2.66% to 1,500.40, followed by Infosys, which jumped 2.08% to 1,577.20. HCL Technologies gained 1.42% to 1,630.80, while Wipro advanced at 1.38% to 247.86. Among auto stocks, Eicher Motors rose 1.08% to 7,208.50. So, Dr. Kohli, when we are tracking the markets over here, we are seeing and witnessing that India is witnessing this major overhaul of the labor market, labor framework, those labor codes that have come into effect starting November 21st. How do you see this impacting the labor intensive segments, especially chemicals or paints, auto, their ancillaries, etc.?
A very welcome step. It's a long awaited reform which a lot of investors and the 50 crore working population in India was looking forward to. It's a very welcome. As far as stock markets are concerned, Shivani, it may not have a very significant impact over a period of time. Yes, as these laws come into effect, you will see a more streamlined employer-employee relationship, which may not have any significant monetary impact immediately, or in the long run. Some people say that the CTC is going up, the cost of some companies might increase. But today, the markets, Dow Jones closed 500 points up after 5 days of consecutive fall. Well, the Indian markets, they take cues from the international market. So 500 points rise in Dow Jones on Friday when it closed. We took the cues there. The market, Nifty is trading at 36. By the way, just the way I track the New York comics prices in gold more, I track Nifty more, because Nifty comprises of 50 stocks. Sensex comprises of only 30 stocks. So Nifty gives you a more comprehensive and a more totalitarian view of the market, for that matter. So 36 there. Bank Nifty is doing very well. It's trading over 59,000. I think market is gradually, slowly but surely heading towards all-time high of 26,277. Well, there is a resistance, it seems, at 26,100 to 26,200. It goes there. It's been doing this back and forth for last few days. But overall, the triggers which apply for gold somehow, coincidentally, also apply for the stock market this time. I think the Fed Reserve cutting the rates, I think might impact, will provide an impetus to the markets in the US, and then we will have a cascading effect coming down to India as well. Geopolitical tensions, the efforts being made on the Russia-Ukraine peace plan, I don't know how far they work. I have little hopes, because Russia is not going to agree to anything less than getting that 1/3 territory, and Ukraine is not going to agree to that. Europe is not very happy with the US pressing on Ukraine. But nevertheless, dialogue sends a message that at least some efforts are being made. So market was rejoicing over that. But in America, market rejoiced. One of the Fed officials, senior Fed officials, made the comment that Fed rates can be cut. I think the market celebrated that, and which is why after 5 days of fall in the US on the Dow Jones, S&P and NASDAQ, the markets finally rose after 5 days, and we are seeing that impact in India. The Indian growth story, Shivani, is very much intact. But sometimes, the markets, they get carried away by the international cues, which get taken when the markets close the previous night in America. So as of now, the market is sort of gradually moving up towards all-time high. And I think unless anything negative comes in our way, I think this is going to be crossed very soon, Shivani. So finally, a sigh of relief for the traders and investors who've been waiting since September 24 right until September 25 when the market gradually started moving up. So I'm personally waiting for the market to break that all-time high of 26,277. Fingers crossed is what I would say, Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much.